Hi there, it's Mac from Skygate Digital Marketing. I'm going to show you how you can prevent annoying subscribers who have recently signed up to your welcome series or recently made a purchase from yourself. So when somebody buys from you or when somebody signs up to a newsletter from your site, from the pop-up, they typically go down either the welcome flow or the thank you flow. These are two really, really important flows that you create. There's a lot of nurturing that should be going on. There's a process that you kind of take people through, a bit of a journey. What you don't want to be doing is then sending a random product-focused email or a sale, for example, or any kind of email. So what you want to do is suppress them from any future campaigns whilst they are active in either of these flows. So the thank you flow, for example, somebody has fulfilled an order. Then what you want to do is create a thank you flow. Custom property is active, and then at the very bottom, when they end, you want to update that thank you flow to inactive, which I'll show you how to do that in a second. But most importantly, go and find a profile on the account, ideally the one that you use to sign up. Most brands sign up to their own email so they can see what's happening. Most agencies do the same. So we use team@usekaga.com. This is the email that we use for most of our work. And then what we've physically done is created two custom properties. So the thank you flow and the welcome flow. Very simple, add the property, put the name on there. So you'd have the thank you flow and then just mark it as active for that time. And then obviously fill it out. I'm not going to do this now because I've already done it. And then do the same if you're going to do the same for the welcome flow. If you want to do it for any other flow, if you have a specific flow like a VIP flow, then it's the same. You'd call it VIP flow, set it as active. If you wanted to do it for abandoned checkout, for example, depending on the offers you've got, then you can do the same for that. You can do it to any flow that you want ultimately. But set these up first so that when you go back to the flow here and you go to create one and then at the very bottom, update, it will actually allow you to do that. If you don't set the property first, it typically doesn't allow you to create these two properties within the flow itself. So you need to kind of set that up first. So at the very beginning, it is, you drag across from here, and it would be a create new property. Name the property, so the thank you flow, whatever you've named in the one you've created up on here. Text, and then active. You save that, and then that means the minute somebody lands in this flow here, they're now on a segment that you're going to create, which I'll show you in a moment. You can then suppress those people from future emails whilst they're in this flow, and only whilst they're in this flow. So if they drop out for any other reason, and they we wouldn't be making another purchase in this instance, but if they dropped out of the welcome flow because they made a purchase, they'd come in here. And then when they drop out of the flows, you can start sending them emails again. So when you get to the very end, got to the last email, send them to, a lounge or a Facebook page or whatever it is you're doing with your thank you flow. You want to update the property. So it's update existing property. Thank you flow again. When you go to type that in, you should be able to find it because you've already wrote it up at the top. And then mark it as inactive. Okay, so then what you do here is you save it. That is then done. Whenever somebody's in this flow, they are now part of a custom property, which you can then use to suppress them for emails. So what we then do is we've created a very specific campaign suppression segment. Very, very simple. You would set the property. So let me go into it for you. So what you do here, call it whatever you want, campaign suppression. Properties about somebody, welcome flow equals active, and then type text, very simple. Or properties about someone again, thank you flow equals active, text, and then update the segment. Very, very straightforward. You can then add these to the do not send. The do not send list. So whenever you send campaigns and it says who do you not want to send to, you can put campaign suppression in there, so that all your emails moving forward, you physically don't send them. However, if you have a super special offer going on or some kind of Black Friday sale weekend, for example, you may not want to exclude them because you're running something really, really specific. If you have a specific product drop that's in high demand, then you may not want to hold them back from that one. So typically it's up to you how you kind of want to do that, but this gives you a lot of an option here to make sure that they are now active within a flow. Therefore, you're not going to send them emails. You're not going to annoy them. They're not going to hit unsubscribe because they've just bought and all of a sudden you're trying to get them to buy other things or the same thing they've already bought, for example. So very, very straightforward, easy to set up. Use them for whatever flows you want, at least the welcome flow and the thank you flow. Any questions, drop them in the comments. Happy to get back to anybody that asks any genuine questions. Appreciate your time. Take care.